Hi everyone, it's Scooby. I got bored and it's late and I have nothing else to do, so we're going to play some quizzes. And this one is, who is your YouTube boyfriend? So let's find out. Hey, let's get straight to it, or whatever. What's your favorite animal? Dragons? Me, fictional animals are an option. Lions, dogs. Me, woo, same. All animals are awesome. Llamas, me, old school, awkward silence. Not sure, none of these. Since dragons are an option, we are going to do dragons. Second, don't kill me. What's your favorite color? Oh, cat, stop it. Green, red, white, black as is my soul. Any color. Any color, I guess. Okay, this is just the thing I made because I'm an idiot who doesn't know how to spell or how to delete questions. Don't comment with instructions, smartass. I see you. I like quesadillas. Me, good for you. I don't know. Okay. Well, this got weird fast. What's your personality like? Bubbly and sassy, loud and energetic, smart and strong, awkward and depressed. I don't socialize. Me, oh look, it's someone who's just like me. Funny and energetic. Ouch, I was just eating my quesadillas. I picked loud and energetic. You don't see it yet, but you don't know me very well yet, so we'll get to know each other better. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Well, isn't this just making the quiz cheat then? Because, you know, me personally, mine is Jacksepticeye. Last question, sort of. What hair color would you look for in a man? Black, brown, dyed, blonde, or white? I really, really don't care. Let's do brown. Be honest. Who do you want? Jack, Mark, Felix, Dan, Phil. I don't know who Phil is. I could care less who I get. Well, if I had the choice, I would pick Jack. How did I get so many takers? What happened? Oh, right. I haven't been online in like... I can't read that. Thanks anyway, guys. Of course. Did you just assume my gender? Calculating. Yay! I got Jacksepticeye. Like, I picked him, so I assumed that's who it would be. Let's find another quiz. Okay. This quiz is, which applier would be your boyfriend? I think this one is all about Mark. Let's see. Hey guys, welcome to a quiz of which implier Markiplier's alter ego, yeah, so it's all about Mark, would be your boyfriend. Now, I don't want to put in a lifelong scenario for the results like the conclusion quizzes, but there will be some little ones. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, let's go. Sure, I guess. I don't want to be here. Let's do this, guys. Alright, let's go. But before we continue to find out your boyfriend, let me introduce myself. My name is Shelly Whispertoni, and a friend of Jade Melody, but from this world. Jade Melody is an OC from the sleepover quizzes from my profile. Okay. Hey, Shelly, nice to meet you. We're gonna be fast friends, you and I. Not another OC. Well, at least I'm with someone I know. Good thing I at least know your name. Okay, let's have manners. Alright then, let's do a simple scenario. Before we get started, you are walking down the street when someone is getting thrown on the ground and being beaten. All the while, people are just standing around or walking by. No one is helping the poor person on the ground. What do you do? Figure out what happened, then act. Start to watch, then call the police. Help the person up when they walk away, and then walk away quickly. Start beating up the bullies. Go nuts and hit whoever you want. Start a chant and watch the fight. I would probably figure out what happened and then do something. Okay, so let me teleport us to the guy's house. Just imagine them all living together, and I'll introduce them to you. Time skip. We arrive at a big house, enough for almost a hotel, and I open the door, all while we stayed quiet because we don't know what to talk about. Once the door has opened, it didn't take long for a loud uproar of chaos. Get back here, Will. That is not a toy. A pink mustached man appeared and hid behind the curtain in the next room, right up close to you and the author, and placed a finger to his mouth. Looking where he came from, there was a man in a dark suit and tie, looking around before eyeing the two of us. Where did Will go, Shelley? I know he's around here, and you saw him. Turning to me, I shrugged, and so do you. You pointed up the stairs as you hid behind me, scared at the man in front of you. You pointed at Will's spot, feeling telling the truth would be a better option. Not afraid of the man, you just shrugged and crossed your arms. He should find him, not you. You playfully say, No, I haven't seen him, Dark. Where could he be? He growled at you. I like that one. No matter what you did, Dark found the pink man in a flash. Aw, little bro, you found good old Will quickly, didn't you? Dark growled angrily and lifted the man up by his shirt, holding him close. Despite being a few inches shorter, Dark eyed Wilford closely, a stare to give you shivers. The clip Wilford hand it over. Going into his pocket, Wilford revealed a small hair clip shaped and appeared as a gift. Dark grabbed it and thanked Will with Dark's stare. Turning to us, he nodded unhappily and disappeared down the hall. You grew curious and asked me and Will what the clip was about. You nodded at Dark and smiled smallly before turning to me out of boredom. You knew the story but kept it quiet with Wilford standing next to you and Shelley. I would be very curious, so we would ask. Well, I would ask. I don't know what y'all do. Shrugging my shoulders, I turned to you. Well, let's just say it's Dark sane. Wait, hold on. Let's just say it keeps Dark sane and focused on other things than killing the others. Taking your hand, I headed over to the kitchen and found more of the egos there, baking something in the oven. I love Senpai, yes I do. He's for me and not for you. Yonder turned to Eddie and pointed a shaped cutter at his cowboy-like appearance. King was mixing up different colored icings, from reds and yellows to blues and grays, and had a small squirrel perched on his crowned head. Wilford went over to the group and dipped his pinky finger into the pink icing. Popping the finger into his mouth, he licked the corners of his mouth. Very nice, King. Raspberry as well. Nice touch. King beamed and noticed your figure next to me. Guys, she's here to hang out for a little bit, flying back home tonight. All the guys looked at your figure and smiled. I don't know any of Mark's egos except for Dark, so I don't know what their voices sound like, and I don't know what their personalities are like. So this is interesting. You shyly waved at the guys and stood closer to me. You were amazed by the food and went over to King to see what he created. You looked at each face and asked what they were doing. The response was making snacks. You asked if you could help, but I told you no, we had to meet the rest of the pliers. I would go see what he created. Is that the smell of cupcakes and treats I smell? Hearing pounding footsteps from what seems to be all over the house, the kitchen doors open. One from where you and Shelley came through, and the other led from the garden. The rest of the egos joined into the kitchen. Mark had headphones around his neck and wore his iconic red flannel. Bim and Silver came in with phones and mics. Opening the garden kitchen door stood Dark, Dr. Plier, Google, and the hosts, all having a simple stare at the mess in the room. That is a lot of egos. You happily invited the other guys in and asked them to help. You shyly asked Dark and the trio to come in and help, which they refused at first. You felt the need to help, so you started with the cupcakes and frosting. You quietly stood and watched the giant group sneakily eating a cupcake with Shelley. Now this one's more difficult, because sneaking a cupcake would be something that I would do. But I'd also help. And I think I'd probably invite them all to help though, because, I don't know, seems right. Half an hour later, after clearing the mess, mostly you, Shelley, Dark, and Google, you all heard the timer from the oven. All the Pliers crowded around and awed at the smell and looked at the now cooked batter. Holding an oven mitt in his hand, Dr. Plier moved everyone aside and opened the door, taking the warm tray out and placing them on the clean counter. One cupcake, and one cookies. You turned to the colorful decorations and your eyes lit up. You closed your eyes and smelt the air, loving the smell of all of baked goods. You reached for a cookie or cupcake, but you had your hand gently slapped. Your stomach growled a little and you looked down, a little embarrassed. I would just enjoy the smell. Once the treats have cooled down, King and Ed brought over the decorating kits over to the group. Okay, now don't use too much decoration, guys. There's just enough for at least 2 each. As if ignoring Ed, the Pliers quickly grabbed whatever they wanted and started decorating anyway. Shelley simply, and being boring to having fun, just dipped 2 oatmeal cookies into pink and blue icing before grabbing a plate. Every other ego just had their ones and added whatever they wanted to add. You just created mini mallows cookies and enjoyed the sweet gooiness of the cookies. If you don't like mallows, just add something else. You look happily around the room to see focused and goofy faces. You were kind of bummed since you don't like cooking or baking. Well, that's just not true. You love the cookies and cheekily grabbed one more random cookie. You playfully poked Shelley and asked her what her deal is, receiving a small shrug. Let's look around and see everybody's faces. Sorry guys, but I love this picture above. Who doesn't love that picture? Okay guys, enough making a mess. Let's ask them some questions since they don't want to leave, right? All the egos turned to you with happy questioned eyes as they waited for your response. I want to say more. Yay, more fun. I'm good, thanks. Well, too bad. You party pooper. We'll stay. Whatever you choose didn't seem to matter because before you knew it, I dragged you into the firelit living room. The egos came in afterwards and sat on 3 leather sofas. Okay, so there's a total of 11 Pliers and me, so 12 questions. Just so we get to know each other better. So I'll go first. So do you prefer cookies or cakes? What kind of question is that, Shelley? Never you mind, Dark. Just let them answer. Cookies? Cakes? None? Or both? I like both. Right, my turn. Dark pursed his lips as he thought about his question. Before turning to you, what would be a typical date for you? Ah, nice, Dark. Dark glanced at Shelley with a kill you look. The beach with the sun setting. A circus or carnival is always fun. I don't like clowns, so that would not be it. Just watching mine or a partner's favorite series. Cooking a simple meal as we talk about our day. Something cute like baking or decorating. Going to a parade. Okay. Cooking a simple meal as we talk about our day just seems like any dinner, and that's not really a date, I guess. Just watching mine or partner's favorite series. I like that one. Okay, my turn. Now, what did we learn? Okay. Wilfred chirped up and pushed Dark aside before straightening his straps. So my question is, if someone proves you wrong, how would you react? What do you mean by that? Wilfred turned to Silver. Like, if someone told you what you did in art was not good as theirs because their work has more technique. Ah, okay then. Okay. Snap and prove them wrong. Silently just ignore them. Secretly, Markiplier is live apparently right now. Secretly plot against them. Gently ask what their problem is and move on. Well, silently just ignoring them and secretly plotting against them is kind of the same thing, because while you're sitting there silently ignoring them, you'd probably plotting your revenge. So, silently just ignoring them. Very interesting. Yonder, you're up. Yonder looked up, at you up and down before smirking a little. Would you kill for your senpai? Everyone grew silent. Yonder. I don't know if that's how you say that name, so if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. We don't ask those questions. Well, you asked and I gave them a question. Yonder turned back to you. Kind of, I don't know. Yeah, why not? No thanks. So I looked up the word senpai, because I kept hearing it and wasn't sure what it meant. And apparently in Japanese, it means teacher or master. So, if it's your senpai, and it's your master, then you should do whatever they want you to do. Without question. So, yeah, you'd have to say yes. So, what genre of film or series do you like to watch? Bim, it's not your turn. Besides, I wanted to ask them that. Sorry, Ed. I mean, I did just ask them, so it's my question now. No, it's not. Pack it in, you two. Just answer their question. The three of you looked at Dark and went quiet. You mumbled your answer. Mystery, superhero, cute shows like cartoons with animals, horror, sci-fi, or comedy. Okay. This one's hard, because there's three I really like. I really like superhero, like Marvel and DC Comics. I love horror, and I love sci-fi. Although, I think my favorite would probably be horror, because, I don't know, it's just fun to get scared, especially if you're in a movie theater. But, I don't know, these movies and shows nowadays aren't really scary. The old ones are, though. Are you going to the next question? Okay. Now, before we had interruptions from Yonder, Bim and Ed, let's go back to the original, was supposed to ask the next question. Google, fire away. Oh, that's Google. Okay. I've seen pictures, didn't know who it was. Or they were, because there's 4 of them. I think. The host who has rather been quiet, along with the other silent egos, turns to the dim-witted bot and taunts him with a small sentence. I could have asked a better question than that, Google. To which Google turns to the host and lashes out. Pouting, Google leaves the room. Google left the room. I have to pick a color now. Yellow is my least favorite color, just because I can't wear yellow. I have olive skin, and yellow does not look good on me. I like red and blue. Green really depends on the shade of green. Let's go with red. Google, come back. Great job, guys. Okay, host, go ahead now, and I have to grab him. Shelly leaves the room, and the hosts hold their arms together, mumbling some more before turning to you. The host turns to the reader and asks them a question. Which two he knows would drive the others insane? Am I annoying to you? He sits there while holding his arms in comfort as the others groan from boredom. His name's just the host? I don't know. I guess they sometimes, because everybody's annoying at some point in their life, right? I know I can be annoying every now and then. Straightening his white coat, Dr. Replier turned to you away from yonder and asked his question. What would you say? You're an optimist, pessimist, or both? Maybe neither. Optimist, which just means you think the best of every situation. Pessimist, which means you think the worst of every situation. Both. You can't really be both. That would be more like a realist, I guess. Or neither, which means you have no opinion, I guess. Or outlook on life. I'd say both, because I'm a realist. I look at all the possible outcomes of every situation for the most part. So basically I overthink everything. So we'll say both. King shrugged his shoulders at the situation and petting Stephen the squirrel, turned to you with his goofy smile. I did see the clip about where Mark ran and said he was king of the squirrels, so I'm assuming that's where that comes from. So what element would you be if you had a choice? Because I believe to be the earth element. Now this one I know. The options are air, fire, water, earth. But I would be fire. I've actually taken a quiz that told me that's my element. So, anyway. Okay, sorry guys, sorry about that. Shelly appeared with hot drinks on a tray. While Google came in with another tray, Mark and the others took a mug each to see hot chocolate with marshmallows at the top. It's okay, Shell. We're almost done. Just me and Silver Shepherd left. Shelly nodded at Mark and then turned to Silver, swiveling his mug in his giant hands. Well, I think a more suitable question is in order here. Would you give away your identity if given the choice, or keep it hidden? What, if I was a superhero? I would give it away. Like Tony Stark. I'm Iron Man. Mark finally turned to you. So, my question is, who do you like here? Not that it's something, but... Yeah, come on, Mark, get real. You're not the only one who likes them, you know. Mark blushes at this and turns away with red cheeks. Aww. I like dark. I don't know the other ones. So, I don't know. I like dark. Well, unfortunately, it's time for you to go now. Everyone groaned at Shelly's announcement. Taking you by the hand, she stood up and you headed to the front door. Okay. With you behind. Bye, guys. Have fun today. Hopefully, I'll see you around, guys. Turned out to be pretty fun. Thanks, guys. Could have been more fun, but not complaining. That is complaining. Hopefully I'll see you around, guys. Not a fan of this, but Fate, maybe? All the different pictures. They're hard to see. They're so tiny. I like the one with the arrow. Who did I get? I got Wilfred. Saying goodnight to Shelly, you turned and started walking away from the house. Not even past the driveway's entrance, you felt someone shout your name. Turning around, you saw a familiar face. Wilfred. What are you doing, Wilfred? He stopped to catch his breath. After a few deep breaths, he pulled himself back up and handed something to you, a small bag. Looking inside the bag, you saw some sweet treats from before, a bunch of rainbow cookies. Okay. You smiled lovingly at the cookies and nibbled at one. This is really lovely, thank you, Wilfred. He blushed before diving his hands in his pockets and thought for a little before turning to you again. Listen, dear, you can call me Will, and I came to ask if you want to hang out sometime, either now or sometime in the future, or really whenever. You nodded and smiled before hugging the lovable killer. All the while, Wilfred kept thinking of how lucky he was before twirling you around in circles. I would not like being twirled around in circles. That's interesting. So that's the applier that apparently would be my boyfriend. So give me a second, I'll find another quiz. Okay, so I found one more. That is, who is your YouTube boyfriend? The person that put this up said they got Mark in. So let's see who mine is. What colors do you like? Light colors or cool colors like blue and purple or purple? All sorts, I could never choose. Dark colors like black, warm colors like orange and red, or all colors. All sorts, I could never choose, because apparently I'm having trouble choosing. Come on. What are you usually doing on a Friday night? Reading maybe, browsing the internet, never to move for the whole weekend. Probably playing video games, listening to music at home, possibly socializing somewhere. Well, I could be doing browsing the internet, not to move for the whole weekend, which kind of would suck because I like going outside. Probably playing video games or listening to music at home, because on the internet I do both. So this is difficult. Let's do listening to music. Okay, next. Favorite letter of these? T, I, F, D, A, P, or M? There, now you can see the whole thing. I don't know, this is a stupid question. Ah, hey, what D? Choose an animal. Why do I have to choose an animal? I love them all. A goat, ooh, a doggy, a lion, a cat, or a llama. I love all animals. Come on, the computer's going slow, sorry. There we go. Come on. Oh, computer, work. Sometimes these quizzes don't cooperate with me. Okay, choose one. Meow, roar, ladder goat. Lolzor, meh, dildo, hee. Well, it did make me laugh, so. Come. There we go. Let fate decide. Okay. We have to pick which okay. We'll pick this one because it's in the middle of the bottom row. If it'll let me. Okay. I don't understand why the repetitive. It was in the last quiz too. I think it was in the first one too. I don't know. All I know is that repetitive is very annoying. Repetitiveness. And now it doesn't want to go to the next question. Do you like going inside or outside? Meh, no preferences really. Sometimes I'm inside, sometimes I'm outside. I'm practically always inside. Okay. Sometimes I'm inside and sometimes I'm outside. I need to get out and get some sun. Or play in the snow. I like the snow. It's almost winter, so I'm kind of glad because we might get some snow. If your friend falls down, what do you do? Ask them if they need help up first. I'll probably still help them up anyway, though. Laugh at them, tell them I'm kidding, and if they're still down at this point, might as well help them up. Laugh and then help them up. Help them up. I hope they're okay. I would definitely laugh and then help them up. If someone makes a dirty joke, how do you really respond? I think we found this out earlier, the dildo question. I don't get it for a bit. It takes me a minute before I laugh. Start laughing, of course, it's friggin' hilarious. So mature. Starts laughing like 5 seconds later. It would depend on the joke, because sometimes it takes me a minute to get jokes. But we'll go with this one because most of them are really freaking funny. If you found out your best friend died, what would you do? I would be devastated, be really sad, and try to hold in all the emotions. Cry loads, life will never be the same without them. I would be really sad and probably try to hold in all the emotions. They're not my strong suit. Hobby. Browsing the internet, duh. Reading, making people laugh, playing video games, playing an instrument. Not reading. I used to play the saxophone. And then I stopped when I hit like high school or something. Probably playing games. What is a flaw of yours? I'm loud sometimes. I ignore people when I constantly make jokes. I tend to come off rude sometimes when I'm making a joke. Yet that I do. But it's kind of because I have more of a dry sense of humor. At least that's what my mother calls it. So, I don't know. I guess people don't always know I'm joking. I'm innocent. I don't really understand other people's dark humor or jokes. Now, that's definitely not me, because I love dark humor. It's funny. And when people don't get it, I can't hang out with them, because then we have nothing in common. Alright. I tend to come off rude sometimes when I make jokes. That's the end of the quiz. Did you enjoy it? This does not count towards your score. Not really. Yeah, it was okay. Not great. No. Yeah, why not? It's calculating my results now. Let's see who I get. I got PewDiePie. Okay. I love the flowers in the hair. That's beautiful. Alright, let's read what it says. It'll let me. Okay. You are a hilarious person. Sometimes the one who laughs in a serious situation. Yes, I do that, but that's just because serious situations make me uncomfortable sometimes. Ah. My screen keeps moving. Okay. Ah. No, I can't read it. Go this way. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. You love to make jokes and make others laugh. When dark topics are brought up, you try lightening the mood by trying to make others happy. You're always very, very generous. You seem like the perfect match for Pewds. That's very interesting. But PewDiePie's taken. Anyway. Okay, so that's the end of the quizzes. I hope you liked it. I like taking quizzes online sometimes. I find them all on Pinterest. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow.